YouTube. As you can see, we in this 2022 GT2 Stinger. Good morning, peoples. This beautiful ascot green color. This shit is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let me get the front for you real quick. That girl is gorgeous. Hello. How are you doing? Ooh, I like the gold, the dark gold. Hey man, talk to y'all while I do my morning routine while I drive real quick. Guys, man, I hope you guys are doing okay. Good morning to you guys, good afternoon, good night, wherever you at, man. Hope y'all doing all right. If you're going through any troubles, man, don't feel lonely. Don't threat. I'm here. Hit me up, talk to me, man. Release your anger, your problems, your issues, man. Let it out. Got to get you to feel better, get you up to tempo, man. Got to get you feeling good, you know. If you need anything, hit me in the comments, emails, whatever, man. I'll be there for you. I wanted to talk to you guys about my experience dealing with Carmax and Tom Peacock Nissan out here on 45 in Houston and stuff. Look, man, first things first, the Maxima is gone. Obviously, I've traded it in. Didn't get what I was looking for, but just sum everything up. The car wasn't involved in the hit and run. I took it to Tom Peacock Nissan to get the driver fender and the mirror fixed. They fixed the mirror, but the driver fender was, I don't understand what they did, man. They blamed it on me, first of all. So that's the first wrong thing. So the driver fender got fixed. A few months later, the fender started coming loose. It was misaligned and it was pulling out from the car, like from the top portion by the mirror up here. How the Maxima is set up, the fender was like, the top part of the fender was pulling out, like you could pretty much wiggle it. And I didn't mind it too much. I let it sit like that for an extra few months. And like I said, I didn't run over anything. I didn't mess with the car. I didn't take it to a shop. I wasn't racing. I wasn't doing anything like that. I was driving the car normally because I was getting ready to trade it in and get the Stinger. Like I got into the Stinger about a year and a half ago, like around a 2020 model years, when I really started looking at this car. And I started looking at it and actually falling in love with it around 21, 22. So fast forward a little bit, my transmission goes out in my Maxima, as you guys know, if you saw the other video. Take it back to Tom Peacock Nissan. They fix everything. They fix the transmission, the control arms and stuff like that. And then, come to find out, I get the car back. It wasn't the AC, it wasn't anything like that. While you're driving that car, all you hear is a little whining sound. It doesn't sound like a supercharger, don't sound like a turbo or nothing like that. You hear a whining sound like the car is just withering away. You know, let's say, you know, you sick, you got a stomach ache or something, you sit down, oh, I'm in pain. It was, you could hear it clearly. It was that, and it was every time I would close the door, or if you tap on the hood or tap on the fender, you hear a screw loose or something. Something just wiggling around up in there. And I was like, what's going on? Tom Peacock Nissan, what is going on? Like, seriously. I took it up there to get the fender replaced, or to at least get it fixed or something. And it's on a lifetime warranty, right? They void the warranty saying that, oh, you must have ran over something. This is your fault. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, just like this Honda right here has on aftermarket rims and stuff. If you got a nice car, if you got on aftermarket rims, you know damn well you're not finna be driving reckless. You're not finna try to run over anything or anything like that. I'm like, the car hasn't been to a shop since it's been repaired. It hasn't needed to go to a shop. It hasn't needed an oil change because I'm not driving that much, and I'm obviously not doing a lot of nighttime driving because, as you can see right now, it's 8:55 a.m. I'm headed to work. I don't work no nighttime jobs anymore. It's been like that for years. So I can see everything that's on the road. I'm not running over anything. I got on aftermarket rims. The Maxima looks like this and that. I'm not trying to damage this car because it looks nice. And I also want to trade it in, so I want to keep it looking nice. So you're going to tell me that I ran over something? Come on, man. So they voided that, and I talked to the service department or the parts department to ask them, like, hey, what's going on with the transmission, or what's going on with this? It's making this whining sound and this and that. He said, well, bring it back to us. We'll check it out again. I'm like, I shouldn't have to do that shit, man. Y'all gonna have my car for another 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to pay for another rental. Granted, I'm gonna get reimbursed, but like, man, no. I just started setting everything back to factory on the maximum, like the exhaust and all of that, the crankshaft pulley and everything, because I was just gonna trade it in. And here's where Carmax comes into play. I give 2 thumbs down, a big ass thumbs down for Tom Peacock. Thank you for fixing the vehicle, but I mean, why would you half do it? You're a Nissan dealership. It was half done, in my opinion. If you're gonna do something, do it right, but don't do it at all. I know they happy to get that warranty money because my car wasn't a warranty. They was getting paid from it, so they probably didn't even care about it really. But the car's gone now. Here's where Carmax comes into play. I was looking at Stingers. I wanted the 2018. If it was 2018 through 2021, I had to get a 3.3 because I did not want the 2.0T engine. I did not want the 2.0 turbo, and I didn't like the screen that it had. I don't like the screen that it has for the GT2 for the earlier model years. But I was gonna deal with it. It was a better screen than what I was already dealing with, Maxima. So I was like, if it's gonna be an older Stinger, it has to be a GT2, just to avoid that engine, that weaker engine, and to avoid the big bezel screen that it had. I was like, if it's a 2022 or 23, it can be the 2.5 or it can be the 3.3. I didn't mind. So Carmax, I'm looking at them. They got some good prices. They got some low mileage Stingers, you know. I found this 2020. It was white with the red interior. It was like 40K, 41K, 25,000 miles on it, and it cost about $350 to ship. Paid for the shipping. Well, before that, they had a blue one that was close by, and that was free shipping. And I decided to do that because I wanted to make sure. But this was a 2018, but it was a GT2, fully loaded and everything. So I wanted to make sure that I really wanted this car. I was like, free shipping, I'll take that, and let me test drive it when it get here. Got here, test drove it, loved it, floored it, and loved it. It's like, I love the way this engine sounds. I love how the car look. I love the features, and blue is my favorite color. But it was a 2018, so I then discovered, after peeking around more at the Stinger, I then discovered that the 2018 doesn't come with a wireless charger, but everything after that does. And I was like, I'm not getting this blue one. And my Maxima had like 70,000 miles on it, and that Stinger had like 90,000. So I was like, that would be working backwards or hustling backwards, because why would I trade in my lower mileage car for one with higher mileage? So Carmax let me test drive it, and then I was like, okay, I'm sold. I want a Stinger. We looking at Stingers, me and the salesperson looking at Stingers or whatever, and he's showing me the options. He's like, yeah, I can let you know right now if you'll be qualified for a Stinger. So you just type in this little information. It'll be a soft credit check and all this other stuff, blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna do that when I get home though. But he did a good job, and he was communicative. He gave me his number so we could text back and forth if I had any questions. I appreciate that. And I found this white Stinger. Well, he showed me the white Stinger, so I saved that to my little profile. And I saved another one I can't remember. I saved 2 of them. I saved the blue one that was 60K miles, which I would have been fine with that one. And there was a white one that was 25K. The blue one was like 35,000, 32,000. The white one, like I said, is 40 to 41. Somebody had bought the blue one, so I shipped the white one that was 350. In the process of it being shipped, the Ascot Green popped up. Ascot Green was way up north. It cost $1,000 something to get shipped. And I think the white one was like maybe like 4 to 3 days away. But that ascot green is the color that I really, really wanted. It looks so pretty in the sunlight. It looks pretty regardless, but it looks even better in the sun. So I didn't mind the GT line as long as it was ascot green, you know. But what I really wanted was, this is the exact one that I wanted. Ascot green, 22 or 23 Kia Stinger GT2, ascot green with this interior. A rear wheel drive. I don't care for all wheel drive. I'm in Texas. So this car is perfect. Like, the setup of this car is perfect. I paid for this one to get shipped. I prayed on it and everything. I paid $1,000. So I'm out $350 because I paid for this one to get shipped, because this is the one that I wanted. And as you can see, very, very low mileage. So this one was going for $44,000 on Carmax. And I was looking at the Carfax and everything, and the car had been in 2 accidents. So that's the other reason why I prayed on it. I was like, this is the one that I really want. There are no ascot greens left. I'm checking Carfax, Carvana was higher, and I'm checking Kia's website, and all the new ascot greens are way up north, and I would have to pay for shipping anyway. You're gonna have to get to a dealership, and the dealership probably gonna make it be $70K, and I'm gonna be sitting there looking stupid. So I went with Carmax with the no haggle price, and knowing that I was gonna get a warranty and Carmax was gonna take care of me if anything went wrong, I was like, let me go ahead, pay the $1,000 and get this shipped. Got here in about a week and a half. Test drove it. Most of the things seemed fine. I missed the AC, I missed the window, and I got the parking sensors though. Here's the thing. Excuse me for snorting, but I scheduled it to go into service for them to check the sensors. After I got this car, I traded in my Maxima. Let me tell you how much I got for that, actually. For the Maxima, at first they offered me $8,000. And I was like, well, while the Stingers are getting shipped, while the white one was getting shipped, I was like, let me fix everything, turn everything back to stock. Crankshaft pulley, put the cats back on there. Any stains in the interior were cleaned. I don't know how the stains got there on the headliner. Armrest had damage to it, like I said in the other video. Altimas and Maximas somehow get the armrest cracked very easily, in like a year or two. And I couldn't get the door fender, like I said. Tom Peacock Nissan. No. I fixed everything except the driver fender. Literally. I took it back to Carmax. They offered me $6,800. I was like, what? What happened to the $8,000? The whole time it's getting appraised. I'm like, you gotta give me like $9,000 at least. At least give me $9,000. $6,800. I was sitting there devastated. I was like, oh my God. And that's what further pushed me to go ahead and trade it in, because the car was just losing value. And that happened within a few weeks, that car lost that much value. I was like, just get me out of this car, man. And I get into this one, schedule a service from a week. I only had the car for about a week. So the whole time I was driving it, I was trying to enjoy it before we went back to Carmax. Rolled the window down. One day, just chilling, got the windows down. Trying to roll them back up, you know, get some AC going, because it was hot at the time. I rolled the window up, the window snatched itself right back down. Like, it got to right here, snatched itself right back down. I was like, what the fuck? Did it again. It kept doing it. I had to get the window up by slowly rolling it up. Every other window was fine. So I was like, let me add that to the list of things that Carmax is gonna need to check out. The other thing was, I noticed that the AC wasn't working properly. The driver's side works fine. The back works fine. The passenger side is messed up. Right now, I have it pulling in air from outside. So if I turn this down, if I turn it to blow out cool air, this side is still going to blow out hot air. If I recirculate it and I got the heat up, that side is going to blow out cold air. Like, it's crazy. The passenger side is flipped. It's opposite. If it's recirculating, either way, it doesn't make sense. If it's recirculating, I got the heater on, it's gonna blow out cold air. If I pull the air in from outside, it's gonna blow out hot air regardless of what setting I have it on. Told Carmax about that, told Carmax about the window, told him about the parking sensors, right? Carmax says we're gonna take it to Kia because we don't want to void the warranty if we touch it. They take it to Kia. Kia's like, oh, this car's been in an accident. The airbags have been deployed and replaced, and the control module to the airbags have been replaced. I haven't had a peace of mind since I've been in this car, especially after hearing that. He said it was improperly repaired. Things are hooked up incorrectly. The parking sensors are not hooked up correctly. The AC isn't hooked up correctly, blah, blah, blah. Carmax did fix the window, so I appreciate them for that. So seeing that it had been into an accident, Kia voided the warranty. They told Carmax, and then Carmax voided their warranty. And I was devastated. I was like, this is the car that I wanted. The dashboard also had scratches and stuff on it. Oh, they done ran into each other. Well, the Kia sold and ran into that dude. Look at that debris on the ground. The whole time I've had this car, Carmax also gave me a loaner while I was in the shop, so I appreciate that. This is not a video to badmouth Carmax. I guess I should have started off with that. They've been very helpful, very communicative, and I understand that it's only certain people's fault. It's the inspector's fault of who appraised it, didn't pay attention to it. Once it got on the truck to be delivered, it wasn't paid attention to. It wasn't paid attention to once it got appraised. It was halfway appraised. Once they took it back to the shop to double check everything for it to be sold, they didn't inspect everything properly. Once it got on the truck, it wasn't inspected properly. Once it got off the truck to get to here, it also wasn't inspected properly. So it missed, and it went through state inspections. So it missed about 5 or 6 inspections, and people just thought it was okay to be sold when it really wasn't. I haven't had a peace of mind the whole time I've been driving this car. I didn't have a peace of mind while I was in the loaner that they gave me. They gave me a Civic, and I could barely fit in that. And the whole time I was worried about this car, and I'm just, God forbid an accident happens or anything and the airbags fail because whoever got this car repaired and properly replaced everything else, they probably did the airbags wrong. So I'm not blaming Carmax. I just haven't had a peace of mind, or I haven't been happy with this car as I should be. I haven't been as happy. But to sum it up, Carmax asked me to return the car. They're not forcing me to return it. They said I can keep it if I want, but they do want to make things right, have me return the car, bring it back to them. They're going to refund me everything, and they'll pay for shipping if I want to get something else that needs to be shipped. They're going to pay for shipping. I don't know what else they're going to do, like whatever the incentives. They really trying to make things right, and they're being very communicative. I really do appreciate that. They have been calling me and texting me and all of that just about every day. Right now we're just waiting on a new Stinger to be shipped, which is the same exact price as this one. We just praying that Stinger is in good condition and in good shape and nothing happens to it, and that the bank will allow this sort of swap. Once I return this, they'll say, hey, well, the manager at Carmax did say that if there's any inconsistencies in the price, if I have to pay more monthly, that they will call the bank and get everything settled, to tell them what's going on, to try to work things out. Excuse me, make everything the same price or whatever. Sorry about that. But this is going to be a 2-part video because that other Stinger is not here, and I will be talking about that of the rest of my Carmax experience. I know I kind of dragged this out with complaints and stuff, but that's mostly it though. This is the one that I wanted. Ascot green, cream seats, all of that. And it's been ruined because somebody decided you got into 2 accidents, and this car is under 2,000 miles. How did you do that? I don't know. Drive better, people. Drive better, please. 2 accidents under 2,000 miles. Take it to some junkyard mechanic, have it repaired, and they halfway repair it. And whoever did that, you are dead wrong, man. Get your car properly repaired. At least that's what I tried to do. But they fixed this car up well enough, or just a tad bit good enough for it to be sold, right? They probably, when they took it in, they probably changed the AC settings and turned the parking sensors off and stuff, and just prayed that they didn't roll the window down, because the window regulator was missing screws. And yeah, they got away with it. I hate it because this is a beautiful car. You can kind of tell that it has been in some kind of accident, because I know damn well a Stinger is not gonna drive like this. It's kind of wobbly sometimes, and yeah, I'm gonna make a part 2, finish explaining everything, and we're gonna talk about what goes on with the next Stinger and what else Carmax does, or what else they say. But so far they're getting 2 thumbs up. Tom Peacock Nissan, I hate that y'all did that, and I read some other bad reviews. And the manager, you need to get back with me, man. You can't message me, or I send you a review and then you tell me to email you and all this other stuff, and you don't respond. And I'm calling to talk to you, you don't respond. Send you another email, send another message, you don't respond. Come on, man. Come on. Anyway, that's it for this video. I catch you guys next go round. Thank you guys for tuning in.